Now, do not book an Airbnb in Nigeria without watching this video. As someone also in the hospitality business, Airbnb shortlet, who not just run my own business, but also has stayed and used the services, I'm going to be telling you things to look out for before you go into booking that Airbnb for your next stay in Nigeria, especially Lagos, Nigeria. Without further ado, let's go right into it. The first one is fake and misleading pictures. Now, these guys will send you pictures from when they did up the place, which is like 5 years ago. They haven't touched up anything. So if you want to book an Airbnb, please ask for updated images. It is very important. And this is also what you can use for your refund. So if you just go online based on what they put and you ask for updated images via WhatsApp, whatever they send to you, if you go there and it's not the same thing, it is so easy for you to ask for your refund. So save that chat, ask for real, live images if possible, especially if it's something you're going to be staying for a long time, right? It's important that you send somebody to, if you have somebody on ground, you can actually send someone to go and check it out, because you don't want to come for a holiday and also, please, if you have any connect with things like booking.com, I want to talk about this. This is a service that, because I book my stay a lot, even outside the country, from bookings.com. I had one terrible experience with an apartment in VI. When I got to this apartment and I had gotten late, so nothing could really be done. If I didn't know my way around, like if it wasn't same Lagos, I could have been stranded and I had to manage. Like that place was terrible. There were like mosquitoes. It wasn't clean, nothing. Like I took the pictures, it was horrible, right? Now, the pictures that they had on bookings.com is actually old images. You could see that the place is really what it is, but it had been run down. So I would advise platforms like this, who allow people put their listings there, to have like a compulsory, if possible, check-in, or make them update their picture every now and then. And when they don't, then it becomes like scam. Because how do you put pictures that you took the day you were doing the opening, and I walk in there and it's an absolute mess? Like I couldn't stay there. There was no managing. Like I'm telling you that there were like mosquitoes there. The bed that was like a white bed sheet was brown. It was dirty. And this was an expensive apartment in VI. I asked for my refund and I made sure that I put my comment there. Do you know that when I put my comment, the host or whoever in charge of this apartment came and responded and lied and said something like, oh, yes, we told you, let us get you another room, blah, 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 something of that bullshit. Like, why should there be another room in the first place? Like, I checked in since. Like, what the hell? Why should you even have a room in that state? Is that what you posted? Right? So things like that. And I had my images, obviously, because if it's now, I should have sent it to you. It was a few years back. I would have uploaded it here. So if possible, ask for live videos. I heard that right now with AI generation as well, I heard that some of them even go as far as using AI generated images. So the images that they are uploading has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with the place that you're coming to see. This can be quite disappointing. Another thing is power supply, right? It's important that when they do their ads, so most times you find these bookings on Instagram, on Airbnb, on bookings.com, right? They tell you what the house comes with. So screenshot that part is going to be very helpful. I use it a lot. Always screenshot the advert. If you've watched my film about how a developer wanted to cheat me and how I went back to how he advertised the property, very important. So screenshot the part that says 24 hours light. It is important that you do that because Nigeria doesn't run 24 hours light. We don't have a 24-hour system, except you have inverter, you have solar and all that. So whatever light that they are giving you, they are meant to disclose this. So ask questions. When you say 24 hours light, what do you really mean? Why I'm saying this is because some of them give you like this time to this time, they will run the generator. And then the rest of the day, like maybe 12 to 2, there is no generator. So if there's no light at that point, you're going to be using the inverter. Now, most times the inverter cannot carry your AC. The inverter cannot carry because most times they don't use those kind of really wild inverter that can carry everything. So while they have promised you that they are giving you 24 hours, like it's technically half parts you can use your AC, the other part you're not able to. So make sure you ask this question when you're booking. Now, when you say 24 hours, like does that mean that I'll be able to use my AC? I'll be able to, the whole time that it's either light or generator. And if it's a place where it tells you, some people are very transparent, they'll tell you that this time to this time, light. This time to this time, inverter. So that means that with the inverter, you can carry like fan and TV or whatnot. They're going to list what the inverter can carry. Another thing is to check for hidden extra charges, right? So some of them do not tell you ahead of time. They just tell you that to book the place is this amount of money, but there is a service fee also attached to it. They don't tell you probably until you're about to book in, and the facility people booking you are asking you that you haven't paid the fee or something attached. So make sure you always have this chart to find everything inclusive, meaning tax, everything that you're meant to pay. This is the money. So especially if you're there for a month or two, three, in Nigeria, by the way, we call Airbnb shortlets. We call all of them the same thing. We categorize it under Airbnb. So if you're coming to stay for like 1 or 2 months, which is considered like a shortlet, conversations like that are usually had towards the electricity. Like they will ask like who's going to be loading the meter. So if you're coming for like 3 or 4 days, the host can say that they are going to handle it because they have already factored it, because how much can you really use in 3 days? But most times when it's exceeding that, when it now becomes like a short stay, like 2 weeks or 1 month, they usually have this thing where they tell you that you will be the one to buy your meter by yourself, to buy your electricity by yourself, your token. So it's important to have that conversation, so you don't wake up one day and your light has gone off and you're stranded, you're trying to reach them, they're like, oh no, you're supposed to buy light. So it's important you ask this question about electricity: is everything inclusive, or am I going to be buying lights separately? If it's the Airbnb that you want to use for parties, some of them will tell you that because it is party, you can use light, and of this time you have to put X amount of money for diesel deposit. Now, another thing to ask, especially if your Airbnb is in an estate, is to ask where it is. If it's an estate, ask for estate security, estate restriction, sorry. Ask for estate restriction because it is beyond what the host is telling you. It is also the estate itself. So if I give out my house, for example, where I live now, if I give it out for a shortlet, I need to inform you that delivery vehicles are not allowed to come in at a certain time. They can You can go to the gate and collect it. So those are information that you might not know, right? And then maybe you book you want to order food around 12 midnight and you're calling for access for the security for the delivery to come in, and you're hearing that no, deliveries can't come in by this time. So ask for the restrictions. Some estates do not allow parties, some noise at a certain time, 9, 10, especially if it's family estate. So when you're booking Airbnb that is not like a hotel, shortlet or whatever, ensure to ask for the estate restrictions. What are the rules of the estates? Because at the end of the day, they will come and ask you that maybe you're swinging, for example, and in that estate, swings are for kids only. The facility management or the project people in charge will come to you, and that can be embarrassing to say, oh, this is not allowed. It's beyond just, is it a smoking place or a non-smoking place? No, it's important you know the restrictions of that estate so that you don't come and you're stranded. Now, another thing to find out is cleaning. A lot of Airbnbs do not clean daily. Some clean weekly, some clean 3 times a week, some clean twice a week. Make sure you confirm from them. And if they don't clean every day, get the exact dates that they are meant to clean. Yes, I've seen reviews of places where the person say the cleaning was not consistent. They were not showing up even when they said that they will. So that those are things you can use against them. Have that conversation like, are you cleaning here every day? Or is it once a week? Or is it 3 times a week? What is the actual deal about cleaning? A lot of them get lazy and they do not want to hire a cleaner because they feel it's not a hotel. So make sure you have that conversation. Just know you know what you're up against. Another thing is security. Always ask about the area of where you are, especially if it's not in an estate. If it's a standalone on its own, ask around. Ask around. It is very, 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 very important to know if where you're coming is a safe space, especially if like you're coming with family, you're going out in the night. That way, when you get the place of the exact place, you can actually put it on your Google map and it will show you the area view of the place so that you have an idea of where you're coming to stay. And aside from even security, personally, every time I try to look for a house, every time I try to I'm going to another country and I'm trying to book like hotel or stuff like that, I'm also asking about what is around there, because I want to be able to walk down and go and buy water and not have to enter transportation because I want to go and buy water. So I'm very particular about it being close to a supermarket. That's a buy for me. Close to a pharmacy. That's a big buy for me. So if you're someone that is very particular and distinct, and the next important one is also ask about the exact location. Now, if you're coming to a place like Lagos and they're telling you Lekki, ask them for the specific place in Lekki, because there's Lekki 1, there's Lekki 2, there's Marwa, there is Ajah, there is Epe. They call all this Lekki. And to advertise it, this person might say, oh, a beautiful, well serene estate in Lekki. Then when you come, you now be driving. Driver, where are we going? Ah, we've not reached. Driver, is this not Dangote refinery? Yes, but you're still in Lekki. So it is important, especially if you're coming for, maybe you're coming for a holiday and you want to be around, your activities. You're coming for the embassy and you want to be around the where you don't have to wake up at 3 a.m. to meet up embassy, because Lagos has a lot of traffic. So it is important that you understand your area and what is around there, and so that if you're coming for holiday, you can also plan around there. Another thing is noise. Ask about the environment. Some places in Nigeria, the way they build house, it's interesting. Near a house will be a church, near a house will be school, near a house will be mosque. We convert residential area to both business and residential all together, and that can be annoying. Imagine living close to a club, right? And the other side, they tell you that the other side, that the club, there is only one thing that passes it. The fence of them makes it residential. The fence of this makes it commercial. So it's important to ask, especially if you're very particular about things like that. Ask if it's around the school. Ask basically about noise. It is, oh God, you guys don't know how important this thing is until you live close to a church, a mosque, and a club. Another thing to look out for is bad customer service. The way they interact with you determines how they will continue, how fast they are with response, how they deal with situations, how they answer. Do they get defensive when you ask questions? Are they going on round and round? Like you say, you send them a message to say, am I getting 24 hours power? What's happening? They want to call you. They are calling you to give them that, to give you that information, because they do not want you to have it in writing and get into trouble. So it's important you also check the reviews to know their customer service, because customer service is everything, and that is one service in Nigeria that is terrible. I can tell you for free, it is terrible. Another thing to look out for is the most important thing. No refund, cancellation fee, blah 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 blah. It is crap. Anybody that puts it is because they want to dupe you. Make sure that the cancellation fee makes sense. Make sure that the non-refund policy is very important. Like, on what terms do you not refund? Like I said, I go to this apartment. What you showed me is an AI generated image, and you're not supposed to refund me. Like, is everything okay at home? Yeah, so they must have like a flexible non-refund cancellation policy. This happens a lot in Nigeria. Nigerians hate to refund. Nigerians hate to cancel. I don't get it. Yet you don't provide the service that the people are asking for. No, it is illegal to not provide a service and at the same time not refund. Like, that is broad daylight fraud. So it's important you know this, and first of all, ask them about their refund policy, right? If I come there and this is not what you promised me, you're giving me back my refund. Okay, what's the cancellation? For some of them, they even ask for, what do you call that? Deposit. Yes, security deposit. A lot of them ask for security deposit. Now, this is an extra tip. For security deposit, as you're coming in, record the apartments immediately. As you're coming in, the first thing to do is to do a recording of how you made the apartment and how you're leaving the apartment with your timestamp. It is very important, because some of them, the things will be spoiled and they will tell you that it is you that spoiled it. So it is important, and so that they can take your security deposit. So it's important to have that. Thank you so much, and I hope this helps before you book that trip to Nigeria, or even if you're in Nigeria like me that likes to go and chill sometimes in Airbnb. I hope you found this very, very, very helpful. My name is Sarah Donald. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe, comment, like, share, guys. Share. Drop a comment and let me know. Drop your questions. Are you looking at starting Airbnb business? Check my playlist. I have a lot about Airbnb, real estate, moving to Nigeria, and just everything in between. Thank you so much, and stay blessed.